I saw the effect of COVID-19 on people and on their life. People are suffering. They are without jobs. People are suicidal. This is not good. We cannot continue our life like this with masks and so on. No, we have to find solutions that kill that virus.
Monzer builds buildings, and so he's always committed to healthy buildings. And when that pandemic hit us, he said, how are we going to reopen our schools? How are we going to bring people back to work?
So the housekeeper, she made a mistake. She put cheese, between the bread and put it in the toaster. And she went to clean upstairs. All of a sudden, the whole smoke coming all over. And the toaster was almost on fire. I said, maybe I can do the same thing, by heating the air and killing that, COVID-19.
Monzer came with the invention to use heat. And so we turned to the Center for Texas Superconductivity at the University of Houston. And Monzer told Dr. Wren and Dr. Chu, we need to use a conductive metal that's porous, that is able to not only conduct electricity and get to a target temperature to kill the coronavirus, but also that doesn't pass on that heat to the ambient air.
When I first heard that they use the heat to kill the virus, I thought it's a very good idea. It's a pretty simple idea also, because any biological stuff cannot resist the heat too much above 100 degrees C. But the detail is really how to work out a device to demonstrate that without impacting the air conditioning system. So we have been running day and night, sometimes very late, sometimes very early in the morning.
We work around the clock, maybe 14 hours a day. We had fight against time.
That team brought the idea of using a nickel foam mesh.
But the challenge was nickel foam is too electrically conducting. And with too electrically conducting, the current just goes through, go by, and then without no heating. So we had to increase the resistance. And one clear idea, increase the resistance, you increase the length. So that's why you do the pleating up and down, just like the regular filter. And that worked.
I tried to put my finger next to it, did not feel the heat. Then I made a mistake by touching it, burned my finger.
It's simply a HEPA filter by design, the only difference being that the separators on the upstream side are the foamed nickel material instead of aluminum. It's taking existing building technology that we use every day in hospitals, in schools, in office buildings, and really just supercharging it for the COVID pandemic.
So then we took that to Dr. Pessler and his team at the Galveston National Lab, and that was breakthrough research. It was the first time where researchers were able to show an instantaneous kill in a single pass of actual SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. So we increased the concentration of the viral load up to over 270-fold, the highest concentration that had ever been tested in the air. And we actually got even a more profound result of 99.999% kill.
This invention is backed by so many labs, by professors, by major universities.
That led to this mobile device that can plug into the wall, designed for big spaces, small spaces, face-to-face encounters.
I have seen Monzer involved in many different types of inventions before IVP air.
He was one of the first ones to adopt using post-tensioning, which is a methodology of building concrete slabs on grade, and he did a great job of it.
The next invention was a skimmer, oil skimmer, after the Valdez disaster. The third invention is hurricane brace for windows that withstand Category 4 and Category 5.
He's also one of the premier builders of medical-related buildings in the country.
My love is classical music and conducting. leadership like conducting. You need to have the right people to lead. It's like conducting an orchestra.
Manzur Horani put together, marketing people, the medical people, all sorts of those people together worked very quickly. Without Manzur Horani, that's not possible, clearly.
He very quickly mobilized a team and shepherded a team to really outpace any other technology deployment probably in history.
Manzur did this not because he's going to make a lot of money on a device, not because he wanted fame in scientific journals, but because he wants to help people who are suffering, and he wants to solve a problem for the country that can't get back on its feet until the pandemic is addressed.
Our research team said you can kill anything, to include rhinovirus, influenza, and potentially future pandemics.
And those people that don't think there will be other virus scares in the future, they're kidding themselves.
The reality is it kills COVID. The reality is owners of real property, be it hotels, restaurants, office space, to have these in their lobby will be a competitive edge because it shows that you're clearing out your lobby of viruses.
This is one of the greatest inventions of our times, and I don't know if I would exaggerate, maybe the greatest invention of the millennium.
How can we get this into our school system? How can we get this into these big venues? How can we get back to going to church and different things like that, where we struggle right now. And it's tough, but this is what's needed.
The S1 system provides cleaner air, which means safer schools. We have over 90% of our students back on campus, learning in classrooms with their peers and with their teachers, and it's absolutely amazing.
I will tell you, I'm overwhelmed. I love children a lot. All the time I spend and all the time that I work is worth it. For me, this is the most beautiful thing I had in my life.
Manzur definitely deserves a Nobel Prize. I don't think it's peace, it's maybe save the world type prize, because what he's invented will change the way we live.
Manzur, we want you to know how grateful we are that you came up with this phenomenal invention.
I want to congratulate you on your ENR Award of Excellence. I think that's pretty sensational.
Manzur, you always tell us we're going to Mars, but yet we have to wear a mask at home. But hopefully with IVP, mask away.
I'll be glad to get one of your filters and get rid of this permanently.
So Manzur, thank you again for your work on IVP, and look forward to you receiving your award.